Hi there, welcome to Meet the Leaders. It's that time. We're talking with all sorts of politicos, be they municipal leaders or those going to the state. And we're kind of in between things, in between elections and so forth. And we're pleased to have with us, as a municipal leader, the mayor of the great city of Milford, Ben Blake. It's good to see you, Ben. How are you?
Great to be here, as always.
Always. There's no question about it. We have talked with a number of those who are going to Hartford with a new administration, of course, at the top, and a number of new faces, those who left voluntarily and those who were shown the door for one reason or another and so forth. It's going to be very interesting to see how this new administration plays out and what kind of impact it's going to be happening on the municipalities.
Absolutely.
And nobody's more interested than you are in that, right?
Obviously, the state has a big impact on all of the localities, but mostly we are hyper local. We are appreciative of all the monies that come from the state, but when I first started being involved in local city government, about 15-16% of our overall state budget came from the state of Connecticut in terms of revenue.
Break it to me gently.
Now it's about 5%. So we're less dependent, but it's still a very important portion of our overall operation.
All right, now, how do you make up that kind of a difference? That's a big difference in a city that needs every cent to take care of its people.
We've been creative. We've found other non-taxpayer forms of revenue to come in with. We've also streamlined our operation, made things more efficient, more effective. Some of the things that we have done, we have brought in transport for our ambulance service. It used to be a private company that used to come in and charge for the services that our fire department already did. Now the city's able to collect some revenue and generate some money towards operations. So that's just one of the creative ways.
So the city's doing it itself,
yes,
as opposed to the private.
Yep, that was a big change that we had about 2-3 years ago. So that's just one new form of revenue that we're able to use to offset the rest of the taxes. And the good news is, for the last 3 consecutive years, back to back to back, the city of Milford has experienced tax cuts. That's really unheard of in the state of Connecticut.
It really is.
Our taxes keep going down, down, down.
Well, that's good, and keeps the constituents happy. That's for sure. As you take a look at wants and needs and so forth, let's face it, everybody's got wants and needs that they could use some more cash for. I'm not quite sure how you were able to juggle it and have those taxes go down like that and maintain the town services, which I know are so critical to your populace. But
as you know, the wants and needs are insatiable.
Of course.
But our resources are limited. But in the city of Milford, the residents, the taxpayers have come to expect tremendous services from our public works to our public safety to our recreation. We offer fantastic services that the citizens of Milford have come to expect and they deserve. So we continue to maintain our great services and make sure that Milford is a place that if you bring your friends in, they want to come live here too.
Good point. A couple of years ago we were talking a lot about regionalization and so forth, and that has taken a back seat to, I guess, all the budgetary difficulties that the state has and so forth and so on. Is that something that you all are able to utilize in any meaningful way to assist you and the area towns?
There are areas that we've looked to regionalize. For example, about 9 years ago, we regionalized our animal control facility. We now partner with the town of Orange and have a regional animal control facility that Milford hosts. There are other areas like our 911 dispatch, our PSAP centers. We're looking to incorporate some of the surrounding towns. It has not happened yet. We actually just consolidated our fire and our police dispatch centers into one PSAP center. So we did regionalize or consolidated. It's a
public service,
public safety answering point.
Answering point. Okay. So that is just for Milford. Or is that including Orange as well?
So right now we have consolidated our fire dispatch and our police dispatch into one emergency dispatch center. But at the same time, we took a look at it and are considering regionalizing it to other towns as well.
And what kind of feedback are you getting from the other towns? It's sometimes it's a plus, sometimes it's we like our own.
Absolutely. Even when you're trying to consolidate within a town, whether it be on the city side and the Board of Ed side, it's a change, and all change is met with resistance because it's new and unknown. But I think that as budgets across the state shrink, there's going to be more and more of an appetite to consolidate services.
And apparently that can be done certainly in certain areas more easily than others.
Right.
The school system, state having cutbacks on monies for schools typically these days. How are you doing with that?
Well, over the last 7 years, our school system really is improving in leaps and bounds. We have a school system that's not just good enough, but one we can really be proud of at this point. We have all of the indicators of a good school system. And for me, I've got a 4, a 6, and an 8-year-old right now, so I've got some skin in the game, and that's my focus, and it has been my focus over the last 8 years as mayor, because I want to make sure that my kids have the same great experience in schools that I had, and so I think that from a local level, there's nothing more important than our schools.
What is the trick to having a good school system?
You have to have the substantive things. You have to have things that are pushing the district forward. Right now, we have more AP courses offered than anywhere else. We have new things that we've recently implemented. We're now teaching foreign languages at a younger age. Some of those things that we're trying to push the envelope forward. Again, it's nothing that flashy, but it has, I think, a good substantive value. So those are some of the things that we're...
Another reason that when those people come and visit Milford, they want to stay.
But at the end of the day, it always comes down to teachers and making sure that you support the teachers. Kids will only learn and love learning if you support and encourage those folks that love to teach.
Hey, Ben Blake, we want to thank you very much for being with us. Always a pleasure to catch up with you.
Thanks for having me.
We will look forward to the next. Mayor Ben Blake of the city of Milford, and things looking very bright there as he faces up to a new year. For Meet the Leaders, I'm David Smith.